Friends, myself Jagdish Kara, lecturer in zoology, KB DAV College Nirakarpur. Today I am going to discuss about male reproductive system of human. The male reproductive system comprises of group of organs that are associated with reproduction and urination. That means this system is associated with two functions. One is reproduction, another is removal of urine. The male reproductive system produces, maintains and transports sperms and semen. Sperms are the male gametes and carry genes from the father to the offsprings. This system discharges sperm into the female reproductive tract. This system also produces and secretes male sex hormones. The male sex hormones are important in the production of process of sperms and maintenance of male sexual characters. Let us go to the parts. The parts comprises of scrotum, testis, vasa efferentia, epidermis, vasa differentia, seminal vesicles, ejaculatory ducts, urethra, prostate glands, Cowper's glands and penis. Out of these, scrotum, testis, vasa efferentia, epidermis and penis are found outside of the body, that is outside of the abdominal cavity. This is the diagram of male reproductive system. You can see here is the testis present inside the scrotum, the pouch of skin. Inside the testis there are seminiferous tubules. These tubules form epidermis, and from the epidermis a tube arises known as vas deferens. It proceeds upward into the abdominal cavity, then united with the duct of seminal vesicle to form ejaculatory duct. The ejaculatory duct proceeds downward, pass through the prostate gland, then unite with the bulbourethral gland, then lead to the urethra. The urethra open to the exterior at the tip of the penis. Let us go to another diagram, that is LS of testis or longitudinal section of testis. In longitudinal sections we find testis. It is divided into compartments by means of septum. Each compartment contains lobules. The lobules are seminiferous tubules. These lead to retitestis. At the upper part, from the retitestis develops the efferent ductals or vasa efferentia. These form a network at the head of the epidermis. From the lower region of epidermis, the tubule proceeds up towards the abdominal cavity known as ductus deferens or vas deferens. The epidermis is a tubule which is convoluted, and the head region is much convoluted, and from the base region the ductus deferens emerges out. Let us go to the another picture, which is the TS of testis, that means transverse section of testis. In its transverse section we find there are seminiferous tubules. Okay. Then this is the seminiferous tubules in cross section. Then you can see inside the seminiferous tubules there are spermatocytes in different stages of development. There are Sertoli cells, and these Sertoli cells are nutritive cells. In between the tubules there are blood capillaries, connective tissues, and interstitial cells or cells of Leydig which produce androgen, the male sex hormone. Let us go to the detail of different parts. Friends, scrotum is a loose sac of skin that surround and protect the testes. It contains nerves and blood vessels. It communicates with the abdomen by inguinal canal. It acts as a thermoregulatory system and maintains 2 degree lesser temperature than the body, which is suitable for the development of sperms. Friends, testicles or testes are two pink oval bodies remain attached to the scrotum by fibromuscular cord called gubernaculum. Each testis is covered by a fibrous connective tissue called tunica albuginea. The tunica albuginea is further covered by peritoneal layer called tunica vaginalis. Inner to the tunica albuginea there is loose connective tissue layer called tunica vasculosa. Testis contain coiled mass of tubules called seminiferous tubules. We have already seen seminiferous tubules in the diagram. The seminiferous tubules contain germinal epithelium. The germinal epithelium is made up of germ cells and Sertoli cells. Germ cells are associated with spermatogenesis. Sertoli cells is associated with nutrition. In between the tubules there is interstitial cells or cells of Leydig which secrete androgen. The seminiferous tubules twine together to form a network of tubules called retitestis. The retitestis carries sperms from the seminiferous tubules to the vasa deferens. A set of 12 to 20 ductals that lead to the retitestis leads from the retitestis to the vas deferens. The epididymis is a 6-meter long tubule. It is much coiled and rests on the backside of the testis. Its work is to carry the sperms and also to store the sperms. Epididymis provides a sort of environment for the maturation of sperm, and the sperm also acquires ability to move through the female reproductive tract. Epididymis is divided into 3 parts: caput epididymis, corpus epididymis, and coda epididymis. Friends, a long muscular tube that travels from the coda epididymis into the pelvis cavity through inguinal canal is called vas deferens. We have seen the vas deferences in the figure. It transports mature sperm to the urethra for ejaculation. There are 2 sac-like pouches that attach to the vas deferens near the base of the urinary bladder are called seminal vesicles. The duct of the seminal vesicles along with the vas deferens they form the ejaculatory duct. The ejaculatory duct leads to the urethra or urinary passage. It performs a dual function. That is transport of urine and ejaculation of semen. Friends, we have seen prostate gland in the picture. It is a walnut-sized structure located below the urinary bladder in front of the rectum. It produces a fluid known as prostatic fluid. It helps to nourish the sperm. The urethra runs through the center of the prostate. The ejaculatory duct united with a gland known as Cooper's gland or bulbourethral gland. It is a pea-sized structure located on the side of the urethra just below the prostate. These glands produce a clear slippery fluid that serves to lubricate the urethra. Friends, penis is the organ for sexual intercourse and has three parts: the root, body and shaft or body or shaft and glands. The gland is a concept and is covered with a loose layer of skin called forescreen. The opening of the urethra is located at the tip of the penis. Functioning of the male reproductive system. The functioning of a male reproductive system depends on hormones. These hormones are follicle stimulating hormone, which help in production of sperm, that is process of spermatogenesis. Luteinizing hormone, it stimulates the production of testosterone to continue spermatogenesis. Testosterone help in the development of male characteristics including muscle mass and male strength, fat distribution, bone mass and the male characteristics. Friends, the male reproductive system is very much important in the reproductive process of human beings, because in this process the male contribute half of the total chromosomes that is found in the zygote. The sperm is haploid in structure. It unites with the ovum to produce the zygote. Later on, the process of embryogenesis continues. Thank you.